Security, Senator Roger Marshall. Senator, great to see you. Thanks for being here. By the way, even Senator Lankford from the Republican side, he actually helped negotiate the original border bill. He now joined the other GOP senators who are against it. I want to play a little bit of what he said. Roll tape.
We wrote it to be a bill to try to actually solve the problem and to say if this is not going to be the solution, then let's figure out what can be the solution, but let's not just bring up prop votes.
So, Senator, what happens now?
Well, what could happen is Joe Biden could secure the border right now. Remember, if he would just go back to remain in Mexico, that would solve the problem. Chuck Schumer also has H.R. 2, the bill that's passed on the House side that truly secures the border. He's had that for over a year now. So that's what I would like to do is pick it up. And if there's some things they don't like in it, then great. Let's go through the amendment process. But otherwise, what comes next, I think, is an election in November.
Yeah, I think so, because the president actually had H.R. 2 on his desk and didn't sign it. He was going after Republicans for not being in favor of the bill that the Senate came up with, but he had a bill in front of him. He didn't sign it, so I don't think he's going to do it before the election. Do you?
No, this is all political theater.
Yeah.
The purpose of this bill today was to give someone like Jon Tester up in Montana some political cover. So he got to vote today. What he's going to go back and tell people is he's standing beside Donald Trump to secure the border. When in actuality, look, the Democrats have had over 3 years to do this. Their polling has finally got bad enough that they're going to pretend like they're serious. Again, if they're serious, let's take up H.R. 2 and pass it.
Well, meanwhile, of course, a lot of bad actors are getting into the United States. I mean, first of all, just the number, the millions and millions of migrants who come in are overwhelming cities, but some really bad actors are there. It's even getting too much for some illegal immigrants who see the bad actors that are flowing in with them. Our own Bill Melugin spoke to a guy from Turkey who just walked through the border. He worried about this. Let me just play that for you and get your reaction. Roll it.
Okay.
Did you have to pay a cartel?
Yes,
How much?
around 10,000.
10,000?
Yes. In fact, the American people is right, completely true. Who come into this country, they don't know. Well, okay, I'm good, but how if they're not good? How they have killer, psychopath else? No guarantee of that. Why, like no security, no security check, no background check.
No security check, no background check. You're worrying about who's crossing the border?
Yes. Of course, me because I'm like people are not look normal.
Illegal migrant from Turkey who just walks across the border, he's worried about some of the creeps that are coming in with him. I mean, it's just amazing to me that our Homeland Security chief is not as worried as an illegal migrant is about who's getting in.
Right, David. We've called this a humanitarian crisis from day one. I've been to the border 4 times, and it is not a safe place to be as people are traveling across Mexico. These young men and boys are raped. There's lots of violence that goes on as well. If anybody gets out of line, they execute them. So the crime is rampant. It is very dangerous to get here. I think some 800 people have died just crossing the river alone, have drowned crossing the river that we know of. So it is very dangerous. We know certainly that the cartel, the Chinese triad are very much in control of all this process, and yes, it's dangerous for everybody.
You know, finally, and we got to make it short, but John Barrasso, your fellow senator, has come out with an amendment. He was going to attach it to the bill if it had passed. It was called the Build the Wall Act of 2024, using unused COVID funds to build and fortify what wall we have there. Is that something that maybe could be put in as a separate bill before the election?
Well, certainly I'm a co-sponsor of that bill. I'm very proud of John Barrasso's continued leadership. It is part of the solution. But again, the Democrats want no real part of any type of thing that's going to solve this problem. They want the problem. These 11 million people are going to turn into voters for them. At least that's what they think.
Roger Marshall, thank you so much for being here, Senator. Really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, David.